God, don't you think you better take it easy on the tequila? I mean, you're really getting loaded.
You want me to blow my cover? I'm supposed to be a lush. Hi.
They're not here. Well, I think you got me in busy. So why don't you disrobe? Pep looks like he's got us.
What do you mean, us? That broad's
Oh, good morning. Can I help you?
If you want my advice, you'll save yourself a few dollars and pick this one. It's got the same movement, the same number of jewels. You'll be getting the same kind of quality without having to pay for all the extras.
Try to stay right where you are. Everybody freeze. That's real fine, people. Now I want everybody to move right over here. Come on, I said move! Come on, lady.
Take your hands off me.
Don't you touch her.
I hope you'll die. Hope you'll die.
Shut up. Okay.
Are you all right, darling?
Please, never mind that now.
Please, will somebody please call the police? You didn't get me kosher dill pickle. Yes, I did. I ordered it. Nobody ever listens anymore. She's got a great set of fingers, hasn't she?
You're relieved. How come? Lieutenant Marsh was at you and Sergeant Anderson right away.
Lieutenant Marsh, is it? Yeah,
Marsh.
well, you just say the word and we'll come rushing right down here, literally. Even if it's in the middle of the night, we'll hop right in the car and we'll get down here in 60 seconds flat.
Well, I don't
no,
think that'll be...
I mean it, Lieutenant. Mr. Victor and I, we've always had great respect for law and order, even when it concerned other people.
Fine.
40 years and no one even took a piece of worthless junk costume jewelry. Now they've taken everything.
Hey, Paul. Okay, why don't you two go home and try to relax? We'll be in touch.
Lieutenant, remember what I just told you. They had a woman with them, I'm sure of it. Maybe it's part of their modus operandi.
Yeah, well, we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Samuel B. Victor, home in Beverly Hills, Rolls Royce, and suddenly they think they're paupers. I don't know why everybody expects sympathy.
Nobody gets it from their doctors anymore. At $50 a throw. What they expect from me.
Well, they know you got a heart of gold, Paul. What about insurance?
Stuff that was taken was on memo from a dealer in New York.
What about consignment insurance?
I had insurance for $100,000, but the take was well over $500,000.
Oh. Then they really are paupers.
Pepper, I hear you know something about jewels.
Uh-huh.
Can you loop a stone?
Yeah?
Well, forget about that lousy stakeout. I'm borrowing you both for robbery, homicide.
What do you got, Paul? Anything?
I think we do. We'll know in a few hours.
Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me guess.
Open up in the name of the law.
I knew it.
I woke you up.
Oh, no, I was up baking brownies at 2 o'clock in the morning, just as usual.
Well, don't just stand there hating me. Go get some clothes on.
I see you brought the Mr. and Mrs. bag. You want to give me some kind of hint as to what kind of climate I ought to pack for?
Think tacos.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Morris is sending us all the way to sunny Mexico.
That's great, but why does he always have to send us someplace in the middle of the night?
I don't know, honey. I'm only a sergeant. Go get dressed.
For a taco, I'll do it. You want to be a little more specific? Where in sunny Mexico?
Did you ever hear of Masiaca?
I think the last time I had it, the fever went down in about 3 days.
Masiaca's in the southeast corner of Sonora. I hear it's not too heavy on tourists, but Marsh says it's a wonderful place for a honeymoon.
Well, don't just sit there like a blushing bridegroom. Come on up and help me pack. Who are we this time?
Oh, the Ordways. Mr. and Mrs. Ralph G. Ordway.
Sounds wholesome enough.
Yeah, well, they're a couple of pretty good jewel fencers. Took a little business trip to Paris and ran into Interpol.
I guess we don't have to worry about them for a while.
Yeah, oh, and she's a bit of a boozer. You think you can handle that?
How much of a boozer, a lush?
Yeah, you can handle it.
What's the rest of it?
Well, yesterday, about 6 hours after the robbery, they had a plane crash in Mexico. 3 people died. A little charter from Santa Monica.
I'll bet it crashed near that town, didn't it?
That's right, Masiaca. Anyway, as I said, 3 people died. The pilot, who seemed to be legit. There was a jewel fence who was a Mexican national. And then there was a guy named Clayton Burris, local address.
Boris?
Burris. Anyway, some local friendlies were poking through the wreckage. They came across a portable typewriter. Only there was no typewriter. It was full of diamonds. Hey, you ought to wear this in Mexico.
What about Burris? Did he have a record?
Yeah. 3 counts of armed robbery, 7 years hard time at the Soledad.
Which means the gang is now down to 4. 4 men, or maybe 3 men and 1 woman?
Well, all the jewels have been pulled out of the setting. But if the weights and numbers match, then they're ours. This whole thing's been cleared through Mexico City. That's what caused the delay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some company down there.
If we ever get there.
What are you doing in my perfume?
I'm sniffing it. It's my latest trip. Pep, come on already, will you? You can finish the beauty treatment on the plane.
You sound like Ralph G. Ordway, an old married clod. Come on, be a good husband and do me.
Certainly quaint.
Yeah, looks like it was designed for glider traffic.
When my stomach feels, I swear that pilot moonlights as a cab driver in Tijuana.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Ordway. You look good in green.
Smile, honey. We're on candid camera. Welcome to Mexico. Well, I gotta admit it, Pep. In some ways, you're actually more photogenic than I am.
I disagree. I think she's better to look at when you see her in person.
Gracias, senor.
Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle.
They all check. Every single one of them fits the victor's list.
Well, and I guess the victors aren't paupers anymore.
Here are the rest. We managed, without too much subtlety to photograph everyone who came in from the outside.
You can say that again.
Under the pressures of time and with very limited resources, we do the best we can, Sergeant Anderson.
Well, I don't see anybody I've ever seen here before. Hey, look at this. Yeah. Hey, what about the guy who called you?
No, not one of those. This man was a native. He claimed to represent clients who preferred to remain anonymous. Most of what he said was indirect. But if you know the game and play along, pretty soon the message becomes quite clear.
I bet if you tried real hard, you could give the impression of great corruptibility.
Sergeant Anderson, believe me, I might even deceive you.
So how did you leave it?
I told him if he seriously wished to discuss the terms, to call me back. And when he does, I'll propose him a deal. Then we move in and make the rest.
You want to know what scares me? We might end up with only a middleman.
Yeah, I consider that.
And there's a chance of losing these, which would be very embarrassing all the way around.
Look, Lieutenant, with your permission, let's try something else. Let's see if we can't smoke out the realies and still stay flexible enough to get whoever might be on the other side of the border.
And what do we do next? Walk on water?
Look, it's not that hard. When the guy calls you back, you just cut him off clean. He's got to figure, A, it's too hot for you, or B, you're negotiating with somebody with a little more horsepower. Either way, the people we're after aren't going to like it. And my guess is they'll come slithering right out from under a rock.
Here it comes. Boy, I'd like to write him a ticket for jaywalking.
Not that guy's problem, man. He's got no respect for the law. Feel like taking a little ride?
I'd love to.
Funny time for a couple of goners like that to be out buying furniture. Hey, partner. Think you can handle two at a time?
I don't think he understands much English.
Well, shoes seem to have kind of a universal language.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I never thought about it like that.
Well, I happen to have the advantage of being in the business myself. I import practically more shoes than anybody in the entire state of California.
Is that a fact?
That's right. Del Franklin's the name.
Well, Ralph Ordway, how you do?
You make a great margarita. Thank you.
Honey, look what I found. Del Franklin. Say hello to my wife, Trudy.
Buenos dias, senora.
Del's in footwear, honey, sandals and shoes. He's down here on business, too, right?
Well, there's no business like shoe business. Well, Dale, how's Roy?
Del.
Told you she had a sense of humor, didn't I?
Sure did.
Well, all I can say is I hope what you're doing is more exciting than what we're doing.
Well, I'd like to be in Puerto Vallarta myself, but I can't make a dime there.
Sometimes I wonder, is money really worth it?
Yes.
Listen, don't you believe her, Del? She loves buying and selling more than I do.
I'd offer you a drink, but my sweet husband here thinks that liquor is brewed in the dark, deep caverns by the devil himself.
Honey, that's not true. I just said that a little wine, a little beer, every once in a while is all right. But these double margaritas, that's something else.
They go down like soda pop. Pop, pop.
Listen, Ralph. Anybody who smokes those things has no right to pass judgment, you know? Waiter, we're thirsty over here.
You really latched onto me like a magnet out there. I bet you $1,000 this is our boy.
As I recall, the last time you were positive about our boy, I was lying on top of a cold storage compartment in a liquor store on 5th Street, and you wouldn't let me go to the bathroom.
You're not kidding, are you? I mean, you're really getting loaded on it. Pat, don't you think you better take it easy on the tequila?
I can handle it. You want me to blow my cover? I'm supposed to be a lush.
Yeah, well, you sure got me fooled.
Ralph, I can't just sit here not drinking anything, staring right at me.
We didn't order any more drinks. Who ordered the drinks? Yeah, don't you order these, Del?
Yeah, they're on me, Ralph. Guess you don't like this style of music, but there wasn't any Lawrence Welk in the jukebox. You gotta take what you can get down here.
Thank you.
I said, whereabouts in California are your stores located?
What did you say?
I said, whereabouts in California are your stores located?
No. I don't have any stores. I'm a wholesaler. I thought I told you that, Ralph.
You gotta forgive him, Dale.
Adele.
See, half the time he doesn't listen. And don't ask me where his mind is, because I haven't been able to figure that out.
Hey, well, why don't you get up and show us how it's done, Trudy?
Ralph and I took a course in those silly dances, rumba, foxtrot, and tango. $370, and I think we only took 3 lessons. Pretty good, you know that?
I didn't have 3 lessons for nothing.
thought for a while you were never going to ask me to dance.
I'd do anything to keep you from making a complete fool of yourself.
Me? You're jealous.
Jealous of what, of that? Huh.
Did I fall, or did you drop me? Hi, hi, hi.
Hi. You okay?
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I need a little air. Are you okay,
Yeah,
Ralph?
okay.
Oh.
I'll give you a little help.
No, you stay right here. So I'm tell Dale all about our Mexican furniture, only don't you give away any of our trade secrets. Yeah, oh, order me another, puff. 204, please. Thank you. What were you doing here?
Now that the first date's over, I'd like you to meet my wife. Ralph, Trudy, this is Jenna.
Hi. Don't hide me, you sneak. You want to try it again? Only this time I'll hide in the closet.
Come on, honey, take it easy.
Why should I? She breaks into our room, goes through my things, zonks me cold.
Ladies, may I make a suggestion? Why don't we all calm down, stop wasting our time and our energy, and admit what we're here for? Now, as far as I'm concerned, this says it all. A loop, a leverage gauge, and a diamond scale, yes?
See, I told you she was going through our things.
Come on, Trudy, come on, please. Take it easy. We happen to be very nice people.
Oh, yeah, you're lovely.
To prove it to you, I'm willing to give you $3,000 for your time and your trouble and bid you bon voyage.
Even with the lump on my head, that's very funny.
What she means is we've gotten to where we like it here. You want to take a look at this? It's a little sample of the merchandise. Some of the furniture we came down here to buy.
One of 26 different pieces.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. And we've already made the deal, folks. So if anybody's moving on, it'll have to be you two.
Just 1 minute.
Oh, you feeling any better?
Some dumb chick I turned out to be.
Oh, you caught her, didn't you?
Seems to me it was the other way around.
Listen, if you're willing to be reasonable, maybe we can still do some business, huh?
nobody minds, we're going back to our room.
Watching two roosters bleed to death doesn't exactly turn us on, you know what I mean?
Just stick around until we get things settled, okay?
What's to settle? We got an outlet waiting for us in Mexico City that'll pay us 60 cents on the dollar.
That's just the point. I can handle it for you right here.
$0.60 on the dollar. You know what you're talking about? You're talking about $308,000.
I know. Give me 2 days.
Come on, get up and fight, you quitter!
Your wife's cute.
Thank you.
I know she's a very basic woman, Trudy. That's one of the reasons I love her.
Listen, if you want to make the deal at that price, you must have found a pretty good exchange for yourself.
Indeed, I do. 70 on the dollar,
70?
which leaves 10% for the Franklin, and saves the Ordways a hell of a lot of running around. Now, doesn't that make sense to everybody?
All right. You come up with the money in 24 hours maximum and we swing.
Fair enough. Provided I get to see the rest of what I'm buying.
Okay. There's a furniture factory over on the Calle de Flores. We'll meet one of you there tomorrow at noon.
Why just one?
Because you swing a pretty mean flower pot, lady, and we'd like to keep the odds even.
You know what I'd like to see someday? The owners put in the ring and tear each other apart. Well, we aren't the only early birds up and about.
You get the feeling the Ordways have checked out of the hotel?
Never had the stones to start with.
Yep. And I bet they knew we were going to rip them off.
Don't think about it, Cliff. They know where we are right now.
Gee, Pep, I hate to say I told you so.
This road would get to anybody.
Oh? I think it's the road, huh? I thought maybe it might have had something to do with all that soda pop you were popping.
I just regret I have but one stomach to give to my department.
Can I write that down?
You can write this down. The next time I drink tequila, it won't be with a flower pot chaser.
They're not going to Mexico City.
Not by car, anyway.
Well, we just passed our friendly federal.
As soon as they get to the airport, they're ours.
Do you hear something?
Yes, I certainly do.
Buenos días, señor.
So, why didn't you stop the guy ahead of me?
Yo no hablo inglés.
I said, why didn't you stop the guy ahead of me? He's going as fast as I was.
Lo siento mucho, pero no hablo inglés.
Where's it going?
Flight 472?
I don't know the number. The plane that just took off.
That is flight 472. sir.
Where is it going?
Well, you can see it right here for yourself.
Oh.
Flight 472 lands in Tijuana for direct connections north, huh?
Right. Thanks.
Hello. It's them.
They got stuff? They got stuff?
Oh, shut up, will you? Yeah, Cliff. How's it going? Look, you're gonna have to speak up. We got a lousy connection. Did you get the stuff?
Now, all I want you to do is to meet that plane, okay? Now, you know the time and the place. Just be there, all right? Okay, it's all settled. They'll pick them up after they land.
Senor Franklin! Senor Franklin! You're under arrest.
I don't understand. What for?
I have a deposition signed by 2 American police officers. One of them, incidentally, a very beautiful blonde.
They're cops?
Stating that you tried to purchase stolen jewelry?
Look, officer, you know as well as I do that no deposition is going to hold up in any court.
Let's just say that it will detain you long enough. And if it doesn't, I always have this traffic citations.
Calneva Airlines Flight 109, Los Angeles to Reno, is now boarding at gate 18.
Right there. What? This gonna be interesting.
You have anything to declare?
Just this.
That's all? Just the one bottle?
Well, only one of its drinks.
That's it. What? Stones are in the bottle. Won't you take it from? Oh, dummy, watch.
Is there any duty on the tequila?
Well, you're in luck, sir. You've just made the legal limit, 1 quart.
Well, what do you know? For once we did something right.
Thank you very much.
About to do the funny clothes. What funny clothes? Yeah, they just got on the elevator. They're coming down to the lobby now.
Roger, we're ready.
All passengers hold their tickets for Calneva Flight 109, Los Angeles to Reno. Please report to gate 18.
We're not getting off at the main floor, Mr. Ordway. Pete? Yeah.
They didn't get off. They kept on going down.
Over there and sit at that table. You two. You folks just make yourself close. It's gonna take a couple seconds here.
thought it was Sunday.
What?
The game's on.
What's that old boy next door? You know, he listens to all them games. Football, baseball, hockey. Don't make no difference. He can care less what it is.
Wonder what the score is.
What?
Wonder what the score is.
What a waste of good tequila.
They're not here.
What makes me mad is we just had all that stuff pressed.
Come on, stand up. Get over here.
Come on, now.
You empty out that purse and let's see what you got in your pockets.
You're wasting your time.
All right. Where?
You don't think we're stupid enough to carry it on us, do you?
Well, you had it when you left Mexico.
When we left Mexico, it was in the mail already in a plain cardboard box.
That's right. So that little cap pistol ain't worth a dime. No, if you want what we got, you're gonna have to deal for it. I think somebody just hit a home run.
It's me, Emery. We got some problems. You better get over here right away.
And those dummies who work in baggage think it was a little strange, two men coming out of an elevator holding guns.
Why should they? They were wearing security uniforms.
That's another thing. Where'd they get the uniforms?
Well, we don't know, Lieutenant. But I imagine by the time our people finish looking around out there, they'll find a couple of guys in some closet with their BVDs.
So two men come out of an elevator pointing a gun on a man and a woman, and nobody can muster up enough curiosity to say, hey, what's it all about? It's a hell of a day's work, that's all I can say.
As we go to the bottom of the ninth inning, the Dodgers holding on to a 5-4 lead. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The Giants 4 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. Mike Marshall asked to get the last 3 outs after surrendering 3 hits and a run in the 8th inning. And Mike will be pitching to Mike Phillips, Dave Rader, and we'll see about a hitter for Randy Moffett. Phillips had struck out twice against Benson Smith, but he led off the 7th with a home run against Andy. Left-hand hitting shortstop. He's playing for Chris Meyer, who has a sprained ankle. Marshall is the windup as in front runner. Randy Moffett, the Giant pitcher, has a helmet on his head.
About time.
They're police.
Them?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, yes, we saw those two.
At the headquarters. They got off the elevator. I remember it. Her face in particular.
Where you going, Emery?
They're cops. They got the stones. They've seen us. Where the hell do you think I'm going?
Look, sit down there. Using that can sitting on the fence. I'll blow you on the backside of the hill. Sit down. What happened to Emery? Thought he was supposed to be your #1 big shot operator. Hey, Emery! You better hightail it. They're right behind you. Get going.
Maybe you ought to get away too while you've still got the chance.
Why's that, darling? We surrounded? I'm gonna stick around here. I'm too low. I'm gonna help out my buddies.
It was never supposed to happen like this.
Ain't that the truth? Don't you sweat. I'll get you out of this mess, one way or another.
You know what he means, don't you? You know what he means.
If there were only some way you could understand. It was never supposed to happen like this. After 40 years working 10 hours a day, I didn't make this economic mess. I give honest value, pay my taxes, even say prayers to God. After 40 years, we're failing.
Mr. Victor, what he means is you pay him enough money, he'll kill us.
Except that music against that boy next door. He listens to all them sporting events.
And it'll be just the same as if you pull the trigger yourselves.
Isn't there some kind of a deal we can make, officer? Some way you can guarantee we won't go to jail?
We can try.
Yeah, sure. She'd make a deal for you. She'd give you about 7, 8 years joint. After today, all them conspiracy charges you've been facing turn your head right around.
All I was trying to do was save my business.
You kidnapped a police officer, held him at gunpoint.
Yes, but if you had no prior knowledge, you're not even involved.
But I did have knowledge.
But think, Mr. Victor, compared with murder, those are minor charges.
It don't make no difference, darling. You know as well as I do. You go to the joint, and the missus go with you.
We couldn't take it. We would die. We're too old. We couldn't survive.
I'm gonna fix it now so you don't have to worry another day for the rest of your life.
For how much money?
Oh, no, Sam, please.
Now, this is insurance money. That's it. That's all.
How could you consider anything like this? How could you?
I'm willing to pay them. But they won't take it. They'd lock us up. In different places where we couldn't possibly survive. We would never see each other again. And Sherry and David and the kids.
If you love me, Sam, don't do this.
Listen to her, Sam. What she says makes sense.
They need us, Hannah. How can they get along without us? And we still need each other.
Mr. Victor?
Well, folks, ball game's over. You might as well sit down. Sit down.
You're never going to see a cent of that money.
Why's that, honey?
Those jewels were on memo, consigned by a dealer from New York. His insurance company has the right to subrogate against the Victors and take everything they own.
Yeah, well, you're wrong again, see? Because they only made a settlement. They give them half, see, $50,000. Just so them poor folks can go with business, see? Now, what I want's them stones.
You know, you use that thing. You kill 2 cops. You're gonna have cops swarming over you like ants over sugar.
Have you thought about that?
Have you thought about that? Says that real pretty. Yes, I thought about that. And the conclusion I come to is I didn't kill 2 cops, see? I killed me 2 finks by the name of Ordway. A couple second-rate Jew fences.
You're getting kind of fuzzy-headed there, aren't you, friend?
Fuzzy-headed? All I know is, friend, that I want them stones.
We don't have them.
We don't have. Says that real pretty that we don't have. Well, you know something? In my fuzzy way of thinking, I think you do have. Tell you the truth, I don't think you let them money aside. You couldn't afford to lose them. I don't know what they're paying you. Now, could you? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. And the jackpot question is, see, which one you 2 has them and where you keep them. Stand up.
Why?
Not you, Romeo. You stand up. I'm gonna have a little talk with you, just you and me. Come on.
What about?
I'm gonna talk to you about where you got them stone stashed. You know, I think you got them in your brazier, so I think you got them.
You're insane.
It's very loosely thrown around words. You know that? Insane. But I've heard that many times in my life. My dear mom used to tell that to me. And a whole multitude of school teachers used to tell that to me. And some acquaintances I met in the joint used to tell that to me. But right now, in this moment of my life, see, I'm holding this piece on you, and you're looking into it, so it don't make no difference who's in the singing, who's singing, you know what I mean? So why don't you, disrobe?
I don't have to do this.
Yes, you do. That's what I'm telling you now. Take it off. You got him in there, and I want to. Come on.
Pep, looks like he's got us.
What do you mean, us?
Well, I mean, when you're faced with a situation like this, the best thing to do is just relax and enjoy it.
See it?
Crowley, I think you've blown your cotton-picking mind.
You know what I think is? I think he's stalling, see? Don't do that to me. Just unbutton now. Come on, take it off. Easy, Romeo. I'll blow your head off. Come on. Where you going?
I'm going back here.
No, you coming out here?
I'm not going to take it off.
Get out
Back
here.
there.
Or I'm going to take it off for you. Now, come on.
I'll be back here.
Yeah, I can't see you. Come on out here.
This is good enough.
Pep, do it.
Come on.
Pep, do it now.
Operator, police emergency. One.
Here's a copy of the victor's statement in case either of you are interested.
Not right now.
Yeah, the whole thing seems so stupid.
You better be careful. You're starting to feel sorry for him.
The trouble with you people from criminal conspiracy is all of you are born without souls.
You got a heart of gold, Paul.
Speaking of souls, William, I have just one question for you.
What's that?
Just how far were you willing to let me undress for our cookie friend?
Well, let's face it, kid, our lives were at stake. I guess I was willing to make the ultimate sacrifice.
I hope real soon we run into a lady jewel thief. A nice, tough, aggressive, liberated female.
It wouldn't work.
Why not?
She'd never believe I was wearing a bra. Would she? Hey, Carmencita, you gonna put it in neutral, hop in? Forget it's a diamond robbery.
Now, a man has been murdered.
Our priority all along has been to nail the killers.
Police, stop!
That for real?
Honey, everything you see is for real. I don't have to fake nothing, big boy.
Drop it!
I can't do it. What if I hit the wrong spot?
My boy, it's only a stone. It's not flesh and blood.
Nathan, if he can't do it.
Relax, Julian. You'll live longer.
don't want to relax. I want to go home to my wife. I worked 30 years to become a boss, so I could go home when I wanted to go home. Yes?
Lieutenant Udo, burglary detail, we'd like to talk to you.
What about?
Some stolen items. May we come in? We had this confidential tip. We have to check it out.
You'll have to show me your credentials, more than just a badge. I can't just let anybody walk in here.
Credentials?
Yeah.
Show him. Now we want to see some stone, some nice uncut stone.
Well, we're not expecting a shipment of stones until the day after tomorrow. It's been a little slow, and...
The stones, where are they?
Julian, I wonder...
Go in the back, Nathan, please.
You!
Better get you to a doctor.
It's only a scratch, but let's play it safe, okay?
Real?
Yeah.
You take the truck. We'll meet you back at Barney's in 45 minutes. You got it?
Let's see what's up.
Howdy. Oh, hi. You having a little trouble with this jobby? Oh, this jobby is on the hot list, and I got to get it back to the station real fast.
You're not in gear.
Huh?
Don't you know how to use a clutch in a gear shift?
No, I drive an automatic. Do you think you can show me?
Anything for our friendly policeman.
How about? Okay, hurry up, huh? Listen, I think I better check in and see what's up. I'll come back later.
Hey, Carmen, sit it. I'm gonna put it in neutral, hop in.
What's up?
We got us a diamond robbery.
Anyone hurt?
Yeah, one guy was killed.
Why'd they call us in?
Well, the gang impersonated police officers. I guess the chief figured this gave us something in common.
Six years ago, back in New York, 47th Street, the Diamond Center, you know. I used to work there before we moved out to California.
Please go on, Mr. Sharpness.
3 of them. Just like today. The boss lets them in because they act like cops. And I still can't believe it.
What's that, sir?
One of them. I saw him again today. The one who shot Julian. The same one who murdered one of the men back in New York 6 years ago.
Mr. Sharpness, you feel like making a trip down to headquarters, looking at some pictures with us?
Can I make a phone call first to my daughter?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. His last words, practically his last words, he said, I worked for 30 years so I can go home when I want to go home.
Oh, man, I'm late. Old lady's gonna be on my back again. 2 old ladies.
Your wife and your mother? In one apartment?
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, it's not that bad.
Your wife, she's a Chinese, ain't she?
Vietnamese. I met her a couple months before I was discharged.
Your mother must have been shocked. Did she take it all right?
Sure. What's not to take okay? Anyway, I really like my lady. And she's pregnant now, so I guess it's got to be okay for everybody.
That guy seemed peculiar to you.
What guy?
The cop who was sweating. The cop who was carrying the box.
Oh, yeah.
So he put the box in the back of the truck. Then he gets in the truck, and the cop can't even work the gear shift.
Yeah, you know, that really was weird.
Let's see what he put in there.
Hold on, you're not going to break in, are you?
Ain't you curious?
Well, yeah, sure, but...
Look, get something to open this up. Come on, either help me or get lost, will ya? I don't need a spectator watching me. Go on home, kid. Women folks never let you pull this off.
Diamonds. You don't know who they belong to, though.
A bunch of crooks. Who else? Maybe even crooked cops.
You'd be stealing them, too.
Hey, stealing from thieves ain't stealing, number one. Number two, all the stuff is covered by insurance, so nobody's getting hurt. Hey, you want in on this or not?
Wait. There's another one.
Kurt Ulrich, alias Lieutenant Udo.
Let me see that. He used to be an investigator with a big insurance company. He got caught as a principal in an insurance fraud. New York PD says this guy's a real bad dude.
Julian, there was a man, vital, alive, with virtues and faults, but a man. And now he's gone.
We saved you some dim sum. Dig in.
What about some fried shrimp?
No, didn't have many of those left.
Oh, thanks.
Well, they were really greasy. You wouldn't have liked them. Joe?
Nope.
Greasy, huh?
Really bad.
How'd you make out?
Well, I had a little talk with our friend Willie. Word of the diamond heist is all over the street.
And?
And the word is that the crooks didn't pull it too clean. Willie's sources heard that the merchandise was supposed to be moved within hours after the robbery. There were a few hot fences all over town just waiting to move in on it. Only the crooks couldn't deliver.
You mean they didn't deliver?
No, I mean, obviously couldn't deliver for some reason.
Any theories?
One, that they lost the merchandise.
Lost the merchandise. Come on, William.
Lost the merchandise or left it somewhere?
Like where?
Like in the area. Maybe they were afraid to move it with all the black and whites rolling in.
It's a possibility.
So chances are, if all this tracks, they'd be back to get it.
It's a long shot. It's worth setting up a surveillance on it.
You want a fortune cookie?
Shrimp was greasy, huh?
Slipped right through my fingers.
You wouldn't have liked it at all.
Police estimated the value of the stolen diamonds as well over $1 million.
Thus far, no arrests have been made, but a police spokesman said they have 2 excellent leads.
What's the matter with you? I want to get the basketball scores.
He's tired.
Not getting enough sleep is his problem.
Mom, we're moving out. I've been looking for a house.
Where'd you get that much money all of a sudden?
I bet on a long shot.
Now she gets a house. I gotta see it to believe it.
You want to know something? You're gonna see it.
Beautiful. Amateurs, that's good news anyway.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have happened if he knew how to drive.
Now listen, you. I never said I was a truck driver. And it all happened because Ulrich here got shot. And you big shot, you are the one who panicked, killing a man. Now you promised me there wasn't going to be any of his Billy the Kid stuff, right?
Listen, you little punk.
Now you moron, don't you call me a punk.
Got it.
Hey, look. What do we do now?
That looks like the cops. Now run, I'll cover you.
Help! Help! Police! Help! Help!
What's the trouble, buddy? What's the problem?
Police!
Yes, we're the police. We're the police.
I need an ambulance.
What happened?
Well, I was walking along and some guy stopped me and then another guy from behind, you know.
Where'd they go?
Officer, I don't know. I really need an ambulance.
Okay, all right. Come on, take it easy. Take it easy. Okay, you gonna be okay there?
Yeah, it's time
All
to
right,
an ambulance.
I'll get it.
I really
All right,
do.
okay, stay there. Okay, fella, call the ambulance. They'll be here in a second. Police, stop.
All units in the vicinity. Ambulance shooting at the construction site. 40th and Nordic. Officer involved.
What's going on here? What happened to your partner?
We're chasing a couple of muggers. He got hit.
How you feel?
Oh, it's all right. I think it'll be okay. Just a couple of ribs.
How about the crooks? How many were there?
2. There was an eyewitness, but he's gone. We came running up here. He was in the back of the truck. Came running out here like a crazy man.
What do you look like?
Well, he was slight built, about medium height, wore a brown suit, well dressed.
Did he look like either of these guys?
Yeah, that one.
This one, you sure?
Yeah.
You're damn lucky. These guys at the Diamond Exchange killed a jeweler. Hey, Pat, flash your light down here, will you? This must be the place.
Yeah. Hey, Bill. Bill!
Could that be real?
If it is, I just retired.
Well, here's what we got so far. A murder, coupled with $1 million worth of missing stones. 2 suspects ID'd. And we gotta figure that some jerk or jerks who stumbled in off the street just ripped off the stones.
Look, do you think it could be some of the guys over at the construction site across the street?
Very easily could be, yeah. I got Pep checking on that right now. Tell you, whoever it is, they're gonna do a lot more stumbling before they get up and walk. And if these guys ever catch up with them, they're gonna be in a world full of hurt.
So, what's the plan? What do we do? Wait till somebody buys a new TV or a new car or quits their job? What?
I wish we had that kind of time.
I just phoned the foreman. Brought you some carrot cake. They all showed up at work this morning.
They did show up.
Whoever took those rocks shouldn't be dumb enough to quit the next day.
Joe, if they weren't dumb, they'd have kept their hands to themselves in the first place. Don't worry, these guys are gonna make mistakes.
So how do we get next to them?
Well, you can't go in as workers. They'd be wise to anybody new coming in.
Well, somehow or other, Pep, I don't visualize you with a big jackhammer in your hands.
Can you visualize her with a money changer on her hip?
I don't get it.
I was thinking of the Coffee Queen.
Who's she?
He. Runs a fleet of catering trucks. Takes bets on the side. Last time I caught him, I was on another case. I didn't have time to run him in. He still owes me one for that.
He operate a truck near the construction?
If he doesn't, he will.
What do you want with one of my trucks? Is this some kind of a shakedown? What's going on here?
We just want to do a little moonlighting.
So just relax, will you? Will you take it easy, CJ?
Relax. Easy. What experience you two got? I got a reputation to keep up. You give lousy service, who gets hurt? Me.
Would you look at that figure? Now, she's going to sell more hamburgers and French fries than all the rest of your rejects put together. Trust me.
No way.
You know what I just thought about? The last time we saw each other. I think I still have some of your old markers in my desk drawer. Would you remind me when we get back to the office to check that out?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. Just don't skim too much off the top.
Now, that's what I like about you, CJ. The eternal pessimist. Let's go pick out a truck.
Any customers run up any big debts lately?
Coffee and donuts?
Oh, come on, man. You gonna tell us you don't still take bets?
All these years we've been acquaintances, now you want to cut.
Look, I'm not interested in your nickels and your dimes, CJ. We're investigating a murder.
It happened on 40th Street, near the construction site there.
Oh, yeah, that one. Well, there was one guy that I had to turn his paper over to the collection agency, and the boys let him know the way he's falling behind on his payments, he's soon going to have a lot of wire to hold his jaw together. But I think he took off the pressure by promising them some payment pretty soon.
What's his name?
Strabo, big guy, scar on his cheek. Drinks a little too much. If I was you, I'd stay away from him unless you had a baseball bat and two guys holding his arms.
CJ, if you ever again throw a man to the collection agency, I personally am going to bust you myself.
Okay, I can take a hint.
That's not a hint, believe me. Where's that truck? Which one?
Take that one, it's all loaded up.
Got the keys in it?
Yeah. Hey, cowboy, you gonna pay for that thing if you wreck it?
Does the chicken have lips? Hi, fellas. Well, don't everybody crowd around at once. Come on. Give
Get a
me
new
yours.
Coffee Queen?
Yeah. I just got crowned. My name's Knit. It's yours.
If you're the queen, baby, then I'm the king.
Oh, how about him?
You in the same kind of business as those other Coffee Queen trucks?
Take bets? Huh. Honey, only on marriage. Four-time loser. But I say, hang in there. That's my motto. Thanks, pal.
That your old man up there in the truck?
Him? That's Mr. Thank you, pal. Mr. Chester DeBono, my assistant. He'll do till the real thing comes along, if there's any left. Why don't you tell him what you want? Okay. Hi there, Tiger.
Hi.
Don't you want anything from the Coffee Queen?
My buddy's getting me a soda.
Oh. Well, we make real good... Thank you, pal. We make real good sandwiches.
Well, thanks. My wife made my lunch for me.
Wouldn't you know, all the interesting ones are married.
Thank you, ma'am.
I bet she's real pretty. And you got real pretty kids, too.
Yeah, she is. They aren't. I mean, we don't have any yet. She's expecting now.
Hey, come on, everybody, drink up. The next one's on me. Come on, come on. Hey, Bob, give everybody a drink. Come on, Bob, let's have some whiskey over here. I got some Come on, lovely and drink. Everybody's not up. Everybody in the place. The guys. All right. Thanks, man. You got it, baby. You got it. Hey, everybody.
Big spender. Guide's buying all the drink.
Oh, name's Strabo.
You always so generous?
I don't know how you can afford to be. Maybe you robbed a bank or something.
Is that what you think?
What time is the next coffee break?
That's 3 o'clock, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, 3.
Sure looks pretty good in that old uniform, doesn't he?
Well, thank you very kindly. When I put it on this morning, Harriet started to return all the new dresses she bought. Thought I had a reduction in pay.
Listen, why don't you just follow us in when we go back?
Will do.
That's the old bait, huh?
Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? How you doing, fellas? Come on. Little old coffee queen's back. Uh-oh.
Hey, here you go. Yeah, there you go. Who else asked for the coffee?
Hey, lady, you're new here, aren't you?
Yeah?
Let me see your border health certificate.
Well, I got me a temporary. I didn't bring it with me.
Hey, Chief. That lady's a public utility. You can't shake down a public utility.
You don't get a border health certificate, you don't come back here tomorrow.
Rotten fuzz. What's he bugging me for?
Hey, not for real?
Everything you see is for real. I don't have to fake nothing, big boy.
You sure you ain't got an old man?
Honey, thanks, pal. I bought this with my own hard-earned money. Well, I got me a kind of a discount connection, you know. Friend I know downtown. Gets you great bargains if you know him.
You mean swag?
Huh?
You know, hot stuff, hot goods.
I don't know. If the cops can't catch the thieves, why should I pass up a bargain? Would you?
Do you think I could get to, meet this friend of yours?
You? Forget it. He don't need you.
Maybe I got some stuff I could sell.
What, a gold hard hat?
I got some stuff my mother left me.
Honey, let me tell you. My friend, he don't fool around with no little old ladies, 2-bit costume jewelry. His hands only touch big rocks. Big.
Your little friend there, the one you think is so sweet.
Yeah?
I got a strong feeling he's in on this thing.
What do you mean?
Well, he's obviously a close friend of Straybo's. So Pete tailed him at noon. Heard he's been asking questions about real estate. Yeah, he wants to buy a new house. And I don't mean the small economy model.
Mrs. Fuller? Mom?
Good morning, ma'am. We're making a survey of this neighborhood.
I'm sorry,
I wonder if you or your husband have recently considered buying a new car or a major appliance.
Who is it? I don't know.
What are you selling?
Nothing, ma'am. I merely wondered if the lady here...
Why don't you go and bother somebody else, huh? How many times have I got to tell you, don't open the door?
What happened to Miss Pumpkin Pie today? Guess you didn't get that Board of Health certificate, huh? What's your name?
Fuller. Jim Fuller.
Jim Fuller. Well, you didn't happen to hear about somebody suddenly getting rich out here, did you?
Yeah, me. Got a refund on my income tax.
Look, there's a big reward out for the recovery of all that ice, in case you hear something. Think about it.
What was he pushing? Tips on the stock market?
I want to know if I noticed anybody who suddenly got rich around here.
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. Got nothing to worry about.
It's easy for you to say.
What do you mean by that?
If I get busted, what happens to my wife?
Well, the way I hear she looks, she ain't gonna have any trouble. One word about me to anybody. And your lady's gonna need a lot of life insurance.
Talk to you for a minute?
What is it, Blue Eyes?
Remember what I told you yesterday about some jewelry my old lady left me?
Oh, what about it?
You like it?
What is it?
Are you kidding? It's a diamond. It's uncut, but it's the real McCoy.
Oh. Oh. I'm not for sale. Cut or uncut?
You didn't think I was going to give it to you.
Honey, what do you want?
Now, the question is what do you want out of life? To work on this roach wagon for the next 20 years or to make some real money now? Some real warm bread?
You mean it's hot?
I mean bread, period. I'll give you a commission, 5%, maybe more. If you introduce me to that guy you were telling me about, so I can get this cut now. And a few more I can get my hands on, maybe.
I don't get involved in any transactions or anything. I just pick up a little information here and there, and
Yeah?
and he takes care of me.
Maybe I'll take care of you. Say like 10%. We'll talk about it after I meet him. We'll talk business, okay?
Well, I don't know.
Now, what do you need, an okay from him?
Chester? Boss just put him on my truck. He's some kind of relative.
There's something going on between you two.
Me and him? Not jealous, are you, Tiger?
Me jealous of him? Hey, Chester, get out here.
Huh? Yeah, what do you need?
Come on now, I want to talk.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
You're the boss's nephew, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
What's the matter? Can't you get a job on your own?
I guess not.
Uh-huh. Guess not, but you're probably stupid, right? Think you're a big ladies' man, too? That big, beautiful girl in there, huh? Think you're something, huh?
Hey, listen, I'm kind of busy right now. I haven't got time to play games, okay, man?
Hey, Strangle! Hey, Strangle! Hey, that's it! Get out! Oh, that's it! Get out! Get back in your truck! Get over here! Get over here! What do you think you're doing? You want to get arrested?
I've had my share of animals.
Out of your mind, showing diamonds around like they were popcorn. Shut up! You're the one that's gonna screw this thing up for us. You and your big mouth.
Hey, come on.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just got attacked by a psycho.
Somehow I gotta get alone with Fuller.
I'll get Pete to set it up for you.
The one I talked to yesterday's a real gorilla. The only way you're gonna get anything out of him is to kill him.
Yeah, but the other one, the young one, looks real easy to me.
Not easy. but approachable. She's got a beautiful little Oriental wife, doll of a wife, and she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm. A pregnant doll. I love Oriental porcelain. Exquisite and extremely fragile.
You got radiator trouble?
Yeah. Hi.
Can I give you a lift home?
Nah, it's probably out of your way.
I got no man to go home to.
Let me get my keys, okay? You sound sad.
Hey, come on. Do I look sad?
You know when you smile, you look saddest of all.
Boy, you sure understand women. Your wife's a very lucky girl.
Yeah. I wish somebody would tell that to my mom. All three of us live together.
You and your mother and your wife all in the same house?
A one-bedroom apartment. Belongs to my mom. You know, when I try and be alone with my wife, it's like both of us are illegal aliens.
That sounds awful. Was it your mother's idea that you move in?
Not really. Well, I mean, she suggested it. And it seemed like the right time to say okay. I was just back from Nam with my wife, and my mom meant well. She knew I didn't have any money, and she knew it was going to take me a while to get my union card.
Honey, the world is full of people who mean well. Seems to me you should be moving out pretty soon.
I am. Soon. I got lucky last week.
Yeah?
My wife doesn't even know it yet, but I made a down payment on a fantastic place in Rolling Hills.
Woo! That must have been some jackpot.
Yeah.
Well, I better get you home fast.
Except there's a problem.
Yeah?
I wish I could talk about it with my wife.
Well, why don't you?
Oh, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I know how it goes. Hey, that friend of yours, what a temper.
Oh, he's got his good days and he's got his bad days.
Hey, what the heck? All I took in was $40 the whole day. You want that? He ain't even with me.
Shut up!
What are you messing with him for?
Come on, you come. Come on!
Yellow pickup truck. I didn't get the license. Sorry. I guess I blew it.
We're not far behind them. We'll see if we can make them. And you better take care of that head of yours.
I didn't finish with Jimmy Fuller.
Roger.
Now, Jimmy, the way I understand it, you took something that you hadn't any business to take. Am I right so far?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have something of ours, and we want it back. Now, when and where do we get it?
Okay. I knew it was a stupid thing from the beginning.
That's good. Then I take it we can count on you having it for us tonight.
Okay.
What time, like 9 o'clock?
All right.
Where?
The construction site.
You have the uniform, Rio?
Yeah, right here.
By the way, Jimmy, If you had any thoughts of calling the police and perhaps setting a trap for us tonight, I really wouldn't if I were you. Rio here will be keeping watch over you and your exquisite little wife.
Hi, Mom.
Jimmy.
Mom, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine, Mr. Smith. Yeah, he's an old Army buddy, and we've got some business to talk about. Yeah. Where's Mai?
In the kitchen, making a stew. Isn't anybody gonna answer that? Hello? It's for you.
Yeah.
Hello, Jimmy. It's Canette.
Oh, yeah, hi.
You okay?
Yeah, things are just great.
Listen, Jimmy, those men, you knew, didn't you? What did they want, Jimmy? Jimmy?
I think we got a bad connection, but I can hear you, so go on.
If you're into loan sharks and they're squeezing you, I have a few $100s I could lend you. I want you to know that.
No, thanks, hon. Nothing like that.
You want to get together and talk about it someplace?
Yeah, sure, I'd like that. I really would. But I got a guest here, a friend, and my wife's in the kitchen right now cooking dinner.
All right, Jimmy. But if you need any help, I even know a few cops that are practically human, okay?
Okay.
You know, you seem more concerned with protecting these amateur thieves than recovering $1 million in stones and solving a homicide. Now, a man has been murdered.
Chief, our priority all along has been to nail the killers, to get the guys who killed Julian Copeman, but with some kind of evidence that'll stand up in court.
How soon?
I think it's coming to a head tonight, all of it.
Okay, I want a report first thing in the morning.
Yeah, you'll get your report. Pep, do you really think that Fuller's giving it all back?
Yeah. Following which, since he knows who they are now, they'll probably kill him.
Oh, well, can't we stake him out?
They're too smart for all of them to meet him. I figure probably one of them will hang back.
Keep an eye on his wife?
Yeah. Pete, get on Fuller's tail. Get somebody to watch the wife.
All right.
If we can find out where the exchange is going to take place, we could get there first.
And the only other one who knows where the diamonds are is your buddy, the animal.
Who is it?
Your coffee queen. Canette? Hi there, Tiger. Can I come in?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, looks like you're going on a trip.
Yeah,
Little vacation?
a little hunting trip.
Huh?
Well, to what do I owe this honor?
I wanted to apologize. I didn't really mean that out by the truck today.
What do you want here?
Well, I wanted to apologize. And, listen, I think your friend Jimmy, I think he's in trouble.
What kind of trouble?
I don't know. His car broke down, see, and I offered to drive him home. He seemed really nervous about something. I don't know, gamblers, loan sharks. I've known a few, but these guys stopped my truck, took Jimmy. I just phoned him. He's all right. Said after tonight, everything's gonna be okay.
How'd you know I lived here?
I talked nice to the foreman.
What else do you know?
Maybe I got this all backwards, but it sounded to me like he's about to lose his life savings. I don't know what it's all about, but I just thought, Well, I mean, since you're his buddy and everything, he sounded so desperate. Thought maybe you might want to help him out in some way.
Did he say what time he was going to meet these guys?
No, I think he just said tonight.
Guess I still got time to get there first.
Get where?
Look, I'll be back as soon as I can, right? Now, if you want, you can stay here. We can get together with that guy you mentioned. Deals in pins and stuff.
Okay.
And maybe we'll have a little business for him tonight. And like I said, baby, I'll do right by you. Right? Now stay here and don't answer the phone.
What do you need that thing for?
The night's full of desperate characters, baby. And I'm one of them.
Yeah, Pete. Anybody watching Fuller's house?
No, but 54 said when Over came out, he was alone.
The Latin's still with him.
4-1 to 4 on.
Say hello to the boss's nephew, Strabo.
Oh, man.
I'm a cop, and you're under arrest. Cuff him, Joe.
Right.
Get your hand off the gun. Take your hand off the gun.
Come on. There we are. Come on, big boy. Over this way.
You little fake! I knew you had no class.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Anytime, Sergeant.
Here's your $1 million. I want you to get him out of here before the professionals show up.
Bill, looks like the head honcho's not taking any chances.
He'll be back to pick up his buddies. Heads up, we got company.
It's not there.
You think this is some kind of amateur night we're playing?
Police, freeze! Hold it right there!
All out of the car. Put your hands up in front where I can see you too. Hold it! Hold it! Freeze! Drop it! All right, drop it! Drop it!
You're a cop.
Yeah.
Do your job good.
Lucky for you.
Fuller, thanks for your help. I don't know how you got mixed up in this mess, but I guarantee it'll go in your favor. Let's get down to headquarters.
I guess I should have stuck to the job that I know best, but you know how it is.
Yeah, we know.
Listen, would you call my wife for me and tell her what happened?
Yeah, I'll call her. But you do the explaining. Well, I'm not sure. No, I don't know. Oh, hold on. Here he comes now. Listen.
Get off the phone. I want you to help me with my speech to the recruits.
I got CJ on the line.
Oh, you're lucky.
He wants to know what you did to those ham and cheese sandwiches.
What I did to the ham and cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, he said sales went up 75% when you made them.
Tell him instead of American cheese, I used Italian mozzarella.
Mozzarella?
Yeah, you know, it's made from buffalo milk.
CJ, did you ever milk a buffalo?
Stabbed 6 times, twice in the heart.
The neighbors, nobody saw anything.
I live here, remember? You and your wife live 2 doors down.
Well, as long as I'm here.
That could be the start of some new pattern. There's someone out there all wrapped up in hate.
Yes, for policewomen. In case you forget, that's what I am. I'm a cop. Okay, Jackie, drum roll. Whoa! Thanks, Leah. You shouldn't have. Shouldn't have? That's exactly what she asked me to bring her. Okay. Now, Sarah, for when we were bunkies together, because you never had any cologne of your own.
I was always running out because you always kept ripping me off.
Ooh.
Noche de luna. Night of the moon.
Well, don't wear it when any loonies around.
The way things have been going these days, I'll settle for one of those.
Hey, Liz, welcome back. How was your trip?
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, listen, for all of you police persons who haven't met Irene Boyer, this is Irene Boyer.
Hi, Irene.
She's new. Stolen property, lots of luck.
Oh, Pepper. Perfect timing.
Oh. Thank you.
Oh, Lay.
Hold it down in here. Sounds like a hen party.
Hey.
Welcome back. Oh.
Hey.
get out of here, man. This is our oasis.
Wait till I get my enchilada. I didn't get one postcard from you.
William, the cruise was only for 7 days. Besides, you just moved and I lost my address book.
That's a likely story.
But I think this should appease you.
Mexican jelly beans, right?
No, it's not. Swiss. Let me see. It cost a lot of pesetas, so I want you to wear it.
Look at that.
Oh, Liz.
Wow.
Okay, it's only for very special occasions, okay? So don't wear it all the time. You don't want to
Are
hurt
you
it.
kidding? This is my everyday watch. Put that right on.
Oh!
This means we're engaged, right?
Only during office hours. Oh, how's Honey Bunch? Oh, you were such a sweetheart for taking care
I
of
tell
him.
you, I give you a little clue about Honey Bunch. He's not sleeping on my bed, and I'm curled up on the newspapers in the corner. It's a dumb name for a dog. I get it. If you don't think I feel silly going out in the back yelling, "Come on, Honey Bunch, here, Honey Bunch."
Crowley, the way I hear it, you gave Liz the dog and you named it.
Is that what you hear? Listen, you stick around till after work. I take you over to Vinny's and buy you the biggest steak in the house. I must stop over at my place and pick up Honey Bunch. It's a silly name for a dog.
Now does it make any sense?
Well,
Which means not really, but it will later. Right?
Pepper, I'm not exactly a nosy type,
But be nosy, you're a cop.
well, back in there, Liz Robeson and Sergeant Crowley, well, I was wondering, is there some sort of thing between them?
Yeah, they love each other. See, about, must be 12 years now. Crowley and Liz's brother were partners in Ad Narc. And they were working a case, closing in on a dealer. The dealer was armed, was about to take a shot at Bill when Robeson rushed him and he got the bullet instead. And it killed him. So now Liz is a cop and Crowley is like a big brother to her. That's the thing between them.
When'd you get back, Liz?
Oh, well, the ship docked about noon. So I went home and I took a nap, which I needed desperately. Then I just came right down here to see you guys.
Hope you had a nice time, did you?
Oh, excellent.
What are you thinking about?
Just wondering.
What are you wondering?
You're sure this is your treat?
Sure, why would you ask a dumb question like that? Listen, even though I said steak, I just gotta tell you, I hear that Vinny has a new sandwich. Tuna and pimento loaf. That's just, no, but have the steak.
If you
have the
help me-
steak. Have the steak. Sarah,
Oh,
did you get the message?
yeah, Bill, thanks. I'd love to join you, but I've got to show these to Hopkins.
You're not going with us?
No, I'm sorry. I've worked on 6 unfit mother cases today. 6, and I'm
Okay.
just too pooped.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
See you next time.
all right?
Okay,
Bye-bye. Pep?
Thank you.
My cabin mate was this lady named Ms. Nimrova.
Your cabin mate was named Ms. Nimrova?
Mm-hmm. When I first met her, I thought, my lord, how am I going to live with all this smoke?
Lots of cigarettes, huh?
No. It's even worse.
No. Cigars?
No. She smoked a pipe pepper.
A pipe? She
You're
smoked in the
kidding.
cabin?
Sure it was Ms. Nimrova?
No doubt.
I mean, from what I hear, these cruises really swing.
He walked up to me and said to me, "What line of work are you in, Miss Robeson?" And I said, "I'm in vice, sir."
Then he wasn't so bored anymore.
Hey, I was sitting at the captain's table next night. The champagne just flowed.
Bill, when can I get 7 days off to just take a dinghy to Catalina?
You gotta be dingy to ask a question like that.
6 times, twice in the heart.
The neighbors, nobody saw anything.
No,
No fingerprints.
nothing except the dead policewoman. And maybe this. Hoyt Wiley. You know the name.
Sure, Arizona City. Wanted for killing a couple of policewomen there a few months ago, right?
Wanted, never caught. It's the same MO. Bedroom, dark, gloves, 6 knife wounds, no sexual attack, no apparent motive.
Just insane.
Just insane. But maybe Wiley decided to come to the West Coast. He was reported in Portland and Spokane. Maybe he's down here now.
Captain, we won't in on this, all right?
Franklin and his men will continue on the Wiley end. That's the only possibility we have. I want you to talk to Liz Robeson. She and Rossi were roommates. Find out everything she knows.
She's waiting in my office right now, Captain. She wants in on this, too.
It was 6 weeks ago that she found this house, a rental. She said it was about time that we each had a place of our own. I think she just wanted to do something extravagant with her rave.
Is that when she moved?
Yeah.
Liz? How long did the two of you share the house?
2 years.
Liz, in that time, were there any men who she knew, dated, that might have been a problem? Something personal?
Sarah didn't go out.
Never?
With guys from the academy. When you're in juvenile, your job is your life. You deal with the kids and the parents, or you're always trying to solve some heavy situation.
Were any of those situations especially heavy recently?
Maybe one.
When was this?
About 6 months ago.
What was that, honey?
There was a drunk who had been accused of abusing his children, and he put 2 babies in the hospital. His wife was too scared to testify, and Sarah had finally convinced her to file for divorce.
Did the guy know that Sarah convinced her?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he got her number, but he did. He started calling Sarah and saying that she had ruined his life. And threatening her.
Well, didn't she report it?
Well, I think she was going to, but then the call stopped.
Liz, do you know his name?
No. But I bet if I looked in her files, I'd find a name.
Come on, I'll help you.
Thank you. So once in a while, Sarah and I would, we'd have a beer and we'd stay up late at night and we'd talk. And one night after we'd seen this movie with a lot of really great-looking people in it, Sarah said, I am plain. I was born plain. And if I could have one wish, I wish I could be pretty for one day. No, make that a one weekend. She didn't know how beautiful she was.
That'll be $2.25. She's good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hi, may I help
Colleen
you?
Hawkins. I'm Sergeant Crowley. This is Sergeant Anderson. Police Department. I'd like to talk to you.
Whatever this is about, can we talk later? I'm real busy.
So are we.
Look, I'm very sorry about that girl. I heard about it on the radio, and I went to church, and I lit a candle for her. But I don't know anything about how she died.
Was murdered. You're married to Sam Hawkins, right?
Was.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to locate him.
Well, you're cops. That shouldn't be hard.
We haven't been able to find him.
Well, that's your problem. Look, I have customers, and my boss is giving me some cockeyed looks.
Why don't we let the boss handle that, I'm sure.
And blow my job, that's all I need.
Mrs. Hawkins, a 23-year-old policewoman named Sarah Rossi is dead.
I know that. And I said it. I'm sick about that. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. Talking me into getting rid of that bum. but I can't help you.
He put 2 of your children in the hospital, one with a concussion, one with 3 fractured ribs, right?
Colleen, where is he?
I don't know.
Have you seen him recently?
About 3 weeks ago.
You want to tell us where?
He came by the house one night to ask for some money, obviously for booze. I gave it to him and he left.
Do you know where he's living now?
Somewhere in Rosella, a rooming house or an apartment. I don't know.
Thank you.
Bill?
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, you anything about Hoyt Wiley yet?
Yeah, so far he's been spotted twice. First time he turned out to be a local minister. Second time he was an engineer who just flown in for a month in Japan. Here's Hawkins' mugshot. Let's get busy on him.
This guy Hawkins, we'll start checking the Rosella area, huh?
Yeah, concentrate especially on the bars.
All right.
Bill, let's visit Jim's grave.
Sure, honey. Yeah.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, honey.
Anything?
A couple of love letters from upstairs.
Yeah, I read the one about the policewomen protecting themselves, etc.
Yeah, well, that's the one with the et ceteras. We've gone over the damage.
To all division heads, we're being besieged by the public, the press, not to mention the commissioner. Nearly a week's gone by, damn it. And we haven't come up with a thing on the S. Rossi case. S. Rossi? By the end of the month, it's going to be Sarah who? The Hawkins suspect is obviously not in the Rosella area. 7 phone calls today alone and the alleged local whereabouts of subject Hoyt Wiley have all turned out to be dead ends.
Excuse me, communications just heard from Pete and Joe. They got a tip on Hawkins. He's been spotted in a bar near the harbor.
Hallelujah.
Joe. Hawkins, come here. We just want to talk with you. Hold it. Please, hold. Jack?
That's right. Come on.
All right, off the car. Come on.
Come on. Come on down. Come on down. Come on.
All right, come on. Put him on the car. Stretch him out.
What are you talking about, phoned her? I never phoned her.
You sure about that, Hawkins? Huh? You sure you didn't phone up Sarah Rossi and threaten her? How slowly fast, huh?
Please listen. I told you.
Suppose we tell you. Suppose we tell you that there was another policewoman listening in on the extension to your conversation, and she can identify your voice.
Okay. But I never threatened her.
Oh, come on, Hawkins. That's just not the way we heard it.
I just said to her that they were my kids, my family. And she should have minded her own damn business. I didn't like her. I even hated her, okay?
Did you hate her enough to kill her?
I didn't kill her. I didn't even threaten her.
Why'd you try to run? 2 police officers called out to you. You took them for quite a ride.
I didn't know they were the heat. I thought, well, I owe some money. I thought they were trying to collect.
Where were you last Friday night, Hawkins?
It's 1,000 years ago.
Well, think back 1,000 years. Where were you?
I must have been with a friend. A girl I knew.
What was her name?
Rose.
Rose who?
Brarely. B-R-E-A-R-L-Y.
Who is she?
She ain't no nun.
Rose? I got 2 of them lived here. Real flowers, both of them.
Rose Brarely.
Yeah, she's the one who moved out.
When?
3 days ago.
Do you know where?
Where? Lady, her rent was paid up. I couldn't care less where.
Tell me something. Was she here last Friday night?
I guess so.
With somebody?
Well, let's put it this way. If she wasn't upstairs with one of her tricks, I'm Princess Grace.
Do you happen to know with whom?
No, I don't. Look, I rent out rooms with kitchenettes. I try to keep the halls clean. I wash off any filthy language from the walls as soon as I see it. That garden out there, that tacky garden, I try to keep it from looking double tacky. All of which puts me into bed at about 10 o'clock, and which means that I couldn't keep up with the traffic around here if I wanted to.
You behave yourself.
Bill, any luck?
Oh.
No. What's with Hawkins?
Well, they let him go.
Oh, no.
The polygraph proved inconclusive. And that public defender, Chopper, he came stomping in.
Yeah, you said it all, Pete. Chopper. Hoyt Wiley, has he been seen again?
Not in the last half hour.
Anything from Liz?
Nothing yet.
Shut up. I'm waiting for someone.
You want to see me?
Hello, Francine.
I've been out of town a couple days. My sister's real sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Plane fare cost me plenty.
How much?
$300.
That's awful high, Francine.
You paid it before.
Rose Brarely. Do you know her?
Oh, she's an acquaintance.
Yeah. We're looking for her hard.
How hard, Liz?
$300.
Oh, there was an extra 50 for the cab fare, so tips. No.
Do you know where she is?
How about it?
$350. You'll have it tomorrow.
She went back to her pimp. Dude named Ossie Dalton. You know him?
No. Where's his place?
Chelsea Street. The apartment house on the corner.
Okay?
Thank you. Give my best to your sister.
She's feeling better already. Yeah.
You Rose Burley? I mean, he said you were something, but he didn't prepare me for all this.
Who said that?
Ossie. Ossie Dalton? I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong place.
No, you're in the right place, Ansel. Come on in.
Listen, on second thought, Rose, why don't you just come along with me? I'll slip into a fishnet, honey. Let's move it.
Hey, Liz, your Ho Chi Minh's getting cold. Not to mention your butterfly shrimp.
I'm not hungry. It's been such a week.
Yeah, isn't it?
I'm glad it's over, but I'm not hungry.
Not hungry? Well, then maybe you don't mind if we help you out a bit, do you?
No.
Did the Burley girl roll over on Hawkins?
No, because she was with Hawkins.
What?
That's right. They spent the evening together. She said he drank too much, conked out, hit the sack. Then two of her girlfriends came over and they played cards the rest of the night. He was there in plain sight.
We checked them both out separately. It's true.
And that leaves us with Hoyt Wiley as our only suspect.
Hoyt Wiley. We just got word they picked him up an hour ago and they're flying him back to Arizona City. He's been holed up in Ohio for 2 months.
Just isn't our day, is it?
Honey Bunch. Over here, Honey Bunch. Let's eat. Come on. Poor baby's getting so old she can hardly see.
Yeah, she can still eat. Look at her go.
I tell you something, she wouldn't do that for me. I'd hand feed her.
Okay, well, let's see what we have for us.
Are you inviting us to dinner?
Hey, according to my watch, I'd say it's about time we went out and had a bite to eat someplace. What do you say to Mazzarino's, little veal picante?
Well, I've got to walk Honey Bunch later, and I think it's going to be raining. Bill, I'm really frustrated. I couldn't smile at a waiter to save my life.
Could you smile at me?
Oh, you too.
Let me see what I have here.
Why don't I make the salad? Tell her what a good salad I
She
make.
makes a great salad.
I bet.
You got any cucumbers? She's great with cucumbers.
Yes, and carrots.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
give me the carrots.
Bear? Tell you what, right after dinner, why don't we take Honey Bunch for a walk? Then we'll pack you off with peppers for the night, okay?
What?
Yeah, we talked about it, and I think Bill's right. Wiley's locked up, Hawkins is out of the picture, and Sarah's murder, well, that could be the start of some new pattern. There's someone out there all wrapped up in hate.
Yes, for police women. And in case you forget, that's what I am. I'm a cop. I have a gun, I know how to use it, and this place has more locks than San Quentin.
Yeah, well, I'd like it if you'd spend the night at Pep's.
I've got sole, crab au gratin, lasagna, lasagna.
Listen, do you have any lasagna?
I'll look.
Who is me?
Jeremy.
Mr. Jenkins.
Jeremy Jenkins, at your service, Sergeant. What are you doing here?
I live here, remember? You and your wife live 2 doors down.
Well, as long as I'm here.
It's late, Mr. Jenkins.
Dr. Mike Besser. Dr. Mike Besser. Nurses station.
Sergeant Crowley.
Dr. Crowley. I'm Dr. Lieberman.
Is she still alive?
Yeah? Thanks to the neighbor who found her and called us.
She's gonna make it.
Well, we're trying. Can't be sure about that. She's in intensive care.
Come on, see her.
Sergeant, only family is allowed in there.
It's okay, I'm her family.
We'll stay only a few minutes.
Dr. Robert Crowell. Please report to 6th floor nurses station.
Joe?
Yeah, Pep, we just talked to a neighbor named Volpe. Lives next door to Liz.
What's he got?
Well, he said something about the storm kept him awake last night. He thought he heard shots. So he went to the window, saw a male Caucasian run to a car, get in it, and drive off. Late model Pinto, dark color. But he was able to get the first 3 numbers of the license, 746.
746. You checked with DMV?
They traced it to a rental company, name of Big Val. But you know, they have 7 outlets. So we rounded up the general manager. He says he thinks it's his place in Brandon.
Oh. I think this may be what you're looking for, Sergeant. It's our only 746.
Is the car here?
No, the client returned it about an hour ago. Then his father and his son came in. They were going to Tahoe or something, and they just rented it and drove it off. They didn't even.
You mean the car's not here?
No.
This is Frank Navarre. Is he the one that turned it in?
Yes, and out of towner from New Orleans. Their license plate.
He rented it, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Had he ever been in before?
Yes. A week ago yesterday. A different car, same customer.
What did he look like?
Looked like? He was very ordinary looking, in his 30s, 34, 33, maybe a little bit younger.
Tall or short? What?
Medium. I'd have to say medium. Maybe a little taller than medium.
Pep, look at this. Navarre. Today he signed it with 1 hour, last week with 2.
Oh, let's move on that.
Miss, you want to go down to headquarters with us, please?
Oh, look, if this is just about a stolen license or something,
It's more than just a stolen license, believe me.
Well, but I'm alone here.
I understand. You want to call your boss and tell him you're closing up for a while? Just tell him 2 cops want you to go down and look at some pictures, okay? Thanks very much.
using any of these men.
Okay, try this one. Please, just take your time. Just keep looking, all right? Yeah.
I got that New Orleans number. Talked to an old woman. She could hardly speak English, and you know my French. All I could gather was that this Navarre was at work and wouldn't be home till tonight.
Nothing yet, huh?
No. Sergeant Crowley's office. Yes? Yes. I see.
Dr. Mansfield. Dr. Mansfield. Report to X-ray.
Sorry, we did everything we could. She died just a few minutes ago.
Dr. Eman, report to the resident doctor.
The landlady said her husband took the dog to the park. They won't be gone long. You want to drive over?
No, why don't we just wait?
This was left with the landlady for Liz and the ship's photographer. Dear Liz, we pulled in yesterday after another mad, gay 7 days. Sorry you weren't home, but I thought I'd drop these off rather than mail them. You know that service, Jim. P.S. I'll try to phone you for a quick hello before we sail again tonight. Do you want to see him?
She really had a nice time, didn't she?
Looks that way. Bill? I know hunches are just that. Hunches.
I'm sorry, Pat. What'd you say?
I have a hunch. Frank Navarre, that stolen driver's license. Suppose, I mean, just maybe, it was stolen from him aboard a ship. He might have been a passenger on the same ship as Liz. We could check that out. And do you remember the day Liz got back last week? She told you she had lost her address book. I thought she was just putting you on, but what if she didn't lose it? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, go ahead.
What if, let's say, what if somebody lifted it from her purse or it was taken from her cabin? I mean, it was filled with addresses, like Sarah's. Sarah Rossi was murdered exactly 1 week ago, the night the ship got in. What I'm trying to get at is, what if the killer worked on the ship and murdered Sarah using the same MO as Wiley to throw us off. I mean, Wiley's case was written up in the papers for weeks, for months.
But he was really after Liz. Is that what you mean?
Possible.
Tupper, what's the name of that steamship line?
Shelley. L-L-E-Y.
Remember the name of that funny lady she said was her cabin mate? The one who smoked the pipe? You remember her name? Mrs. Nimmerover, if our theory's right, could you tell us if there might have been somebody on board ship, maybe even a crewman?
Who wanted to kill her? Oh, no, he'd have to be demented, a totally deranged mind. No, they were all so fond of her. And aside from her being so pretty, she was just herself. Elizabeth. Oh. Oh, no, I couldn't.
What is that, Mrs. Nimmerover?
No, it would be an accusation that I couldn't be certain of, so it would be unjust, wrong. My conscience, I wouldn't.
Would you please?
Well, Elizabeth and I, we ate together at the same table with another couple, the Mazes from San Diego. Oh, sweet people. And they assigned us a waiter, a young man by the name of Albert. Al. And he was obviously very attractive to Elizabeth. And how did... Oh, he wanted to... How do they say it these days? Wanted to come on with her? Pleasantly, but persistently. Of course, at first it maybe flattered her. But then it began to bother her. And she began to talk to me about him. And about how... she'd be dancing with someone, and he'd be there off in the corner of a lounge just watching her. And I told her, I said, Elizabeth, dear, now, you shouldn't let that bother you. He's just lonely and a little lovesick. But now, this is the picture that I took at the captain's gala. Oh, now there's Elizabeth, and here are the Mazes, and there's he, the waiter, Al.
Joe, check that out.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah. Albert Mead, this is it.
This is address book. Say this man's not yet on board?
No, Sergeant, but the crew's due back within the hour.
Let's get those black and whites off the dock. The rest of the men report.
Two guys down there. Hey, Pete. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, William.
Let's get all these uniformed officers out of sight. We don't want this guy making us first.
Right. Let's go.
That's him.
Ain't worth it, man.
I'm gonna have a brandy. You want one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Here you go.
Thanks.
It was good seeing all those people, huh? A lot of people loved her. Bill, Liz used to ask your advice on a lot of things. She asked you if you thought she'd make a good cop, and you told her yes. And that was the right answer because that's what she wanted. I hope you know you did the right thing. Do you know you did?
Hey, honey bunch. Dumb name for a dog.
There were over 200 of these alone. Feds want to talk to you.
You sell me to them?
Killing a cop? But if she's blown away, they'll take delivery. But a dead cop, they'll have bloodhounds on our trail before her body's cold.
See what I mean? They go in, but sometimes they don't come out.
Well, they've all come out today.
Except for that Lincoln yesterday, the gold one, and the one you say you dumped on him, Charlie.
I did dump it here.
Yeah, well, I don't see it, Charlie. And if it were here, I'd see it, right?
Look, Crowley, it's already been cut apart. You see, they pulled the part they want, and they pressed the rest of it. Front end, transmission, doors, and fenders, okay?
Calm down, Charlie.
Yeah, but what is he busting my chops for? I ain't no snitch.
Not a good one, that's for sure.
Crowley, what do you want from me? Love and trust? You got me on a bad rap, man. This is my 3rd grand theft auto, and I'm over 40 years old. If I go away on a long one now, I'll be a piece of meat when I come out.
You wanted the deal, and you got one. If you don't like the way my partner talks, that's too bad. This may be a first for you, but we're used to dealing like this all the time, and we don't like it either. Now, who owns this place?
Who knows? I drive one in, and Simmons hands me cash, and I call a cab from a block away.
I think we got enough for a search warrant. What do you think, Bill?
Well, if we don't, he goes away, not me.
Okay, I'll apply for it. We can hit it tonight.
Thanks, Sergeant.
You sure wake up mean on Tuesdays.
All right, Buck, let's go. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Cut the light.
All right, you guys stay here and keep the place secure. Let's go.
What's going on here? This is private property. You got no business here. Nobody called you.
We have a search warrant. This is a stolen car.
When did you guys start getting secretaries?
Hey, Bill, it's got a lock on it. You want us to kick it in?
You got a key for that door?
I'm only a watchman here. I don't have keys for nothing.
Kick it in, Joe.
Okay, Peter.
Wonder what's in here.
I'm only the secretary. Ask the watchman.
Stand back.
Here,
I must be getting old or something.
try these. Hey, you want to look at this?
What do you got?
Look, I don't know anything about this stuff. I've never been in here before.
There were over 200 of these alone. We were up all night making out the property vouchers.
When did you inform the feds?
This morning, after we inventoried. Ever try to reach one of them in the middle of the night?
I don't have to anymore. You do. You know, some of them are pretty annoyed that the papers got it before they did.
Captain, let me tell you something now. We didn't inform the papers. They picked up some radio calls for the truck and stuck their noses in it the way they always do.
Okay. Now you explain it to them.
Now?
Now. Fellas, Agents Bishop and Turner, Sergeants Crowley and Anderson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Who's in charge of the case?
I am Sergeant Anderson. He obtained the warrant.
I see. You know, of course, the guns are a federal case.
Oh, yeah, we know. We tried to reach you in the middle of the night.
How'd you happen to get involved in the first place? I mean, it should have been turned over to us.
Well, we didn't get involved. We just opened the door, and there they were. I mean, it's luck that we found them at all.
Well, your good luck seems to have slightly embarrassed us. Have you seen the headlines?
We figured on reading the papers with breakfast. We haven't had that yet either.
I'll need your files in the case, of course.
You're welcome to them.
And the identity of your informant. We stopped at court to check your application for the warrant. You didn't name him.
No, I didn't.
You have to name him. You know that.
Wait a minute. Her informant didn't know anything about the guns. He thought he was setting up a stolen car ring. I mean, there's no reason for her to give them to you guys.
As her superior, Captain, I would suggest that you issue an order.
Oh, I didn't hear anyone say they wouldn't cooperate, just that they won't divulge the name of their informant. Since when have you people been giving yours away?
It's our case, Captain.
And it's our informant. Look, I'll ask him whatever you want asked, but it goes through me.
Sergeant, I think you're being unreasonable. I mean, we can force his disclosure.
And you'll lose any cooperation from us. That includes Sergeant Anderson and me.
Well, then I have to deal with your superiors.
You know, we seem to be forgetting what this case is all about. We're supposed to be after a gun-running operation. We'll work with you or alone, but not for you.
Captain, if I can have a few words with you in private.
Mm-hmm. Here, gentlemen, feel free to use my office.
Thank you.
The files are locked.
We want to talk to you.
What are you doing here?
We're having breakfast.
You read the papers?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. See, I thought I gave up a car thing. If I knew there was guns there, I'd shut my mouth and took my rap.
The feds want to talk to you.
You sell me to them? Once they get you, they never let go. You told me you would keep me covered. You said this was a one-shot deal, and I delivered.
Charlie, relax, will you? She didn't say it to anybody.
Yeah, but is she gonna?
I won't. But you've got to talk to me. Now, through me, if they get what they need, they may not even want you, okay?
Yeah, but I told you everything I know.
Charlie, if you didn't know more, you wouldn't be scared.
Well, I know a few names.
Just give us everything you got, Charlie. Let's start with the names.
Well, there was a Jim Nolan. And there was a Grebs. I don't know him any other way. But they own a travel agency over on Benicia.
There it is, Bonanza Travel Agency.
Yep.
The city record shows it in Wildwood, room 208.
What are you gonna do if they're up there?
Bet you lunch they're not. Come in. Try the round ones, they're great. Then maybe you won't be so cranky later on.
What do you mean later on? I just need some sleep.
So do I. Oh, I want you to do me a favor, okay? It's easy. It's on your way home.
Why couldn't you have just tried to set me up a little bit? Turn on the charm, promise me your body or something?
Eat. Now, if you would stop by the city hall and check the corporate records again, it would save us a lot of time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And what are you gonna do?
Have a pastrami sandwich for dessert. If your heart was as tender as your pastrami, you'd tell me what I want to know.
I sell only the best. Meat, I know. Ask me about meat, I'll tell you anything.
I'm asking about guns. You were buying everything in sight once and getting them out of the country, too.
I was young then. That was 30 years ago. We were fighting a war and we had no guns. When we won, I never had anything to do with guns again.
How do I find these dealers? Who are the big boys in it now?
Pepper, behave yourself. I was running guns for my people. They gave me a medal. I saw a country born. Here I got no medal. I got 2 years in the federal prison. It's over. Now I sell heartburn.
Ever hear of a Grebs or a Nolan?
Sweetheart, please. I know you from from before you knew the difference between boys and girls. Have a celery tonic. Find a husband. Forget this business. This ain't just cops and robbers. There's usually countries involved. These people play for serious.
Hey, I'm going to find out. You're just going to be able to save me a lot of time. It's very important to me.
Have a celery tonic.
I want names, information.
What's the use? Nolan, I never heard of. Grebs, you got the name right. He was around when I was a big supplier even then. Today, I guess he could own his own war if he wanted to.
He's like a shadow. He can't be found.
I'll tell you this. Your shadow knows guns. He loves them.
How many of these are available?
Government's selling $2,050 a pop.
Buy with the Texas company and sell them across the border for starters. Only on paper. And show a 10% profit on the books.
Where do you want them to go?
San Diego, one of the warehouses. They have to be shipped to make up for that junkyard business. Did you find out who set us up yet?
We're looking around.
Well, you find them and lose them. I don't like to see any part of my business in the headlines. It brings attention and then comes trouble. How's the watchman holding out?
Says nothing without our lawyer around. He's doing fine.
He should. He'll live longer. Now, you find that stool pigeon and buy the cop if you have to.
Yeah, the cop's a chick.
Who cares? But find that snitch and take care of him.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, my darling. It's that time again. It's Pete. I'm sorry to wake you up, but it's tomorrow already.
Oh, no. You're lying. It's too soon, and it's still dark out.
I know that, but we got a problem either way. Your secret gun informant is no secret anymore.
How, Pete? What happened?
Well, the feds got a hold of him somehow or other. They're up at his apartment, and he got word from his landlady. And he's really scared, Pep, and he wants to talk with you right away. He said that you would know where. Joe's on his way to pick you up right now.
Over there, Joe, the Ford. Charlie.
Could have dealt with him through me, and instead you found him and killed him.
That's a pretty dumb accusation for a pro, Sergeant Anderson. Now, you left a traffic sign on the court records. We checked your cases. We came up with an obvious cop-out. It fit in. We went to question Witt.
And left an even bigger sign for every street punk that Witt was an informant. How long did you think he'd live after that? 1 hour or 2?
If you'd turned him over to us immediately, and we could have kept him safe.
Until you were finished using him and then cut him loose. And they'd have dusted him anyway. Now how much information are you going to get out of him?
As much as he told you, Sergeant.
Which is nothing. He gave me a few names, which I'm checking out.
What are they?
I'm involved in this up to my neck. If you want any information, we're going to have to trade.
Sergeant, I don't trade information.
And I don't work for you.
Now, you just might, before we're done.
You're late.
I was at the Federal Building. Charlie Witt's dead.
Yeah, I know. I got the word. I got Pete and Joe at homicide to see where they can turn up. I don't like it any more than you do. Here, look at this. Now, we started out with 2 names. Now, we got a dozen corporations and over 30 names. I could keep going. I just ran out of time. And all these are right here in town. Who knows how many there are in other states?
The feds would know.
Then let's give them this and let them handle it.
The way they handled Witt?
It's their thing, Pep. Let's give it to them.
Since when are you their biggest fan? You've been known to beef about them.
Yeah, when they butt into our cases, sure. But now we're butting into theirs. You're gonna have to give it to them, Pep. I'm serious. This is an official telephone message. You're to appear before a hearing of a federal task force investigating arms suppliers. Right now, they got a subpoena on the way to the commissioner's office for you.
They sure know how to throw their weight around.
Yeah? What are you doing, calling your lawyer?
My hairdresser. And then a friend of mine on the newspaper. If they want a show, I'll give it to them.
Sergeant, one question. Did you give this story to the papers?
Oh, I read that this morning. I wondered how they got it, too. Maybe you could put some pressure on them, Mr. Bishop.
I said lose him, dummy, not make him famous.
I didn't know the feds were going to publicize it. I just didn't know.
Oh, feds, nothing. That bust in the junkyard was a city job. They were looking for cars. Fink was a cop, Fink. Pair of pantyhose with the badges making all these waves.
Well, she's a cop. Can't do nothing about her.
Look, you send a couple of your people over to listen to the hearings. Tape it if you can. It's only on for an hour every day on television. Use them, too. At least they look human.
How about you? You be around just in case?
I'm flying to Dallas. I'll be back in 3 days.
What's in Dallas?
Tanks. I've already got them sold. Now I got to buy some. Now you handle your end. You hear?
To continue, Sergeant Anderson. In your experience with gun shipments, did you ever happen upon a cache like this before?
Mr. Hayes, I have no experience with gun running. This is the first time I've ever come across any major arms supplier.
The information I have been provided with informs me that you are now investigating one such case. A case that apparently is not under your jurisdiction, and that you are not providing information to the proper authorities. Is that true?
Are you asking me to admit to a crime, Counselor? I mean, surely you must know that you have to inform me of my rights first. That, too, is a federal decision.
Perhaps the question was misunderstood. Let me rephrase it. This panel would appreciate any information that you could offer.
I understand that, sir, but this is an open hearing, and so I would prefer to withhold...
Unless you're planning to take the Fifth Amendment, I insist that you proceed. We are fully aware that this is an open hearing, but that's exactly our purpose.
All right, sir. It appears that the gun dealers use a cushion of corporations that are in joint ownership and intertwined with each other and subsidiary companies. I found it to start with the Bonanza Travel Agency. The corporate officers are listed as a Nolan, Sanderson, and Phillips. Nolan is reputed to be in partnership with, or to be a main figure, in an operation headed by a man named Grebs. This man is not identified yet. There may be some available information by the Alcohol Tobacco Tax Agency, the ATTA, but federal information is not made available to local law enforcement, as you know.
I think we shall adjourn for a couple of hours, hold a meeting in chambers. Gentlemen?
Yes, sir. Some of the information is in our files, but it's speculative and has not been confirmed.
But it is in your files.
Some of it, sir, yes.
The purpose of this panel is to hear the information and decide what is relevant. We decide, not you.
Mr. Chairman, I don't believe I could get authorization.
Then we will have to adjourn until you do.
No, we have a witness to continue with. I want everything you know put into the record, Sergeant Anderson. Let's get this pot boiling. You'll testify while we have the TV coverage.
Bishop. Let's get a little out of hand in there, don't you think?
Yeah, and there was no reason for it. Look, if you're concerned about her safety, she just did it to herself in that hearing
Her
room.
safety is our responsibility, and we can handle that.
Well, good. If you're not sure, we can always put her under federal witness protection.
That'd be the day when one of our people asks your people for protection.
Not here, you understand? No flight plan. Not on any manifest. Took off from our own airfield in Texas. I'll be back before morning. Is that clear?
Yeah, you're coming back on a commercial flight in 2 days. I understand that, but that's not what I'm worried about.
He'll drop you off downtown, and when you get set, contact him. He'll be expecting your call. I'll be back by Thursday. By that time, the job should be done.
Killing a cop?
Look, that decision has been made. We got too much iron in the fire. Over $6 million with our South American customers alone. Now, if she keeps talking, they'll pull out. But if she's blown away, they'll take delivery.
Yeah, but a dead cop. They'll have bloodhounds on our trail before her body's cold.
Let 'em. In 1 week, all our deliveries will be made. Then we'll be gone. No trail, no problems. And a year from now, we'll be back in business. Come on, your man's waiting. And put Waldron on him to identify her.
Well, who's covering her now?
I got a team from Metro hanging a loose tail on her. I promised them I'd keep her busy working so they could keep an eye on her.
Keep an eye on whom?
Nothing, I'm just telling them a joke.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
It's dirty.
You have to write it down to understand it? Hang a loose tail on me. Well, if they follow me to the John, I'll flush them.
Well, one thing I cannot stand is family squabbles.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Got a singing lesson.
Bye.
Okay, now for the good news. Word's down from the commissioner's office. We got to keep hands off anything to do with the arms case.
Fine with me. Of course, they didn't say anything about murder cases, did they?
You know, it's absolutely amazing the way you're starting to think like the old master. Come on, they're waiting for us in homicide.
Here you are.
Thank you.
You were really lucky. They could have taken your head off. Such a nice head.
Yeah, you mean it's still there?
Frank, did you make a comparison to the bullet that you took out of Witt's body?
I anticipated that. You're okay.
You mean it compares?
This gun that shot at you also killed Witt.
Do the feds know that?
Not yet.
So, there were 2 slugs in the guy that was killed last night. One was yours, but the other was a 9mm steel jacketed job. It tore a 2-inch hole right in the concrete.
Why would he want to do in his own partner?
Orders. Sure, you go down, you go out. Pro could do that. An outside hitman with no personal feelings about the people he's working with. No loose ends.
That's good enough.
Well, looks like we're not the only ones sightseeing today.
Morning. I'm glad to see you came through last night intact.
Not completely.
Listen, maybe we better get back to the office. What do you say?
You've got what you wanted. You've got your exclusive on the gun case. Why'd you pull all the records on this one? I'm just a cop who got shot at. It happens all the time to cops.
Cop or not, you're a federal witness under subpoena. You belong to us.
This dead guy, Waldron here, just how does he fit into this thing?
Cleared this morning. We believe he ties in with the gun operation.
How?
We've come across Waldron's name before.
With Grebs?
I can't give you any more information.
You want it all, don't you? Don't forget to take the chalk marks.
Listen, before you say anything, let me tell you about Pepper. She's a hell of a cop. She gets a little headstrong, but it's usually for the right reasons. Bishop, there's nothing in the world that's going to keep her off this case. She's already taken care of that with the committee. I mean, she set herself up.
Yeah.
But after it's all over with, it doesn't make any difference whether you love us or we love you. Just so long as we've all done the job and hopefully saved her life.
That's exactly what I came here this morning to say to both of you, but she didn't give me a chance.
Yeah, well, I never said she fights fair. Hey, there's just one other thing. Thanks for adding your protection. I just wouldn't let her know.
Well, what's the expression? Stonewall it.
Waldron. Here it is. He shows on one of the companies.
That's no surprise. Bishop made that connection for you.
Bishop didn't connect me to a damn thing.
Okay. What's the company?
A beauty parlor.
It's about time you had your hair done, isn't it?
That feels great. No wonder the men have taken over all these businesses for themselves.
We don't get that many. A few regulars.
Yeah, all I see is women in here. The men who are getting their hair done all the time. I mean, take my boyfriend.
Yours?
Well,
The only men we get around here are the owner and a few of his friends. It's no off-the-street business.
It's me. Can you stay where you are? I'll be right over. We got new trouble. She was sitting in front of me.
You sure it was her?
She doesn't look like just any chick I saw on TV. It was her.
What kind of stuff did Waldron have in there?
I don't know.
He was your partner, your brother-in-law. What do you mean you don't know?
I want her.
You're not needed for that, I told you.
I want her. You let Mike go out with that guy?
He doesn't exist! You hear me?
I hear you. But I want to go out with him.
Look, we needed Waldron to point her out. That's all. Now he's attached to her. Do you understand?
Yeah.
What did you guys keep in the beauty parlor?
Could be anything. But no guns.
You idiots. Don't you understand anything? Those banana Napoleons are sitting back there waiting to see how we handle things before they agree to take delivery. Look, so Waldron left your sister a widow with 3 kids. But if we can complete delivery, have you any idea what her share will be? It'll be $200,000. Show me the bookkeeping on the Texas deal.
I'm gonna get her.
Right. Yeah, okay, right. Pepper.
Just never mind the stories. You get to take me home.
Well, good. That saves me an argument. But the boss would like to see you right away, Billy.
Bishop again. I'll go in with you.
He didn't say we, he said me. He just wants to yell a little. He's got it right. I tell you what, you can have the next one. See you in the morning. Go home.
come you need so many groceries?
I'm on a new diet.
Look, I know this great restaurant. Artichoke stuffed with oysters?
Joe! 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 What? Oh, my God. Oh.
Pep, they said he's gonna be okay. They said the bullet went in and out clean, honey.
Sure, well, I've heard that before. I gotta see for myself. How is he, Pete?
I don't know. They got him so heavily medicated. Seems to be coming out of it a little bit.
Did you talk to him? Did he say anything?
Nurse told me I had a split.
Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'll stick around.
I thought I'd stay around myself a little bit.
You have a cup of coffee?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Come on. We'll be back. Come on.
See you, Pep.
Is that more comfortable? You can't come in here yet.
Is he awake?
Oh, not completely. You'll have to leave.
The doctor said I could wait here. I'm his wife.
I'll check.
I'm sorry, Pep. We lost a baby.
You're young. You'll have more.
Not tonight. Where's Pete?
He's having some more coffee with Bill. I think he's gonna float away. He's pretty worried. Are you all right?
I've been shot. And I'm still hungry.
I told you to duck.
I didn't hear you.
You were lying down at the time. I don't know what to say, Joe. I'm so sorry.
What are you sorry about? You didn't shoot me.
I might as well have. It's all part of my case, the one I'm not even supposed to be on. It's a federal case. Why am I so stubborn? I should have butted out of there a long time ago, and then none of this would have happened.
Now, look, I'm the one in bed. You should be feeling sorry for me, not yourself.
I'm sorry again. I mean, I'm sorry for you.
Pepper. I never figured to come out of the job without an extra hole in me. So I got it. And if it were the other way around, you would take the bullet for me. So you shut up here.
I guess I've been told off.
Of course, I was outstandingly brave. And I doubt if Pete or Bill could ever do that.
Look at that chick. Looks almost like she could lead a normal life.
She can't. It would bore her to death.
At least it would be her own death.
Honey, bring me another one of these, will you? I tell you, maybe you better bring her a warm glass of milk. She's going through her second childhood.
Crowley, I am fully aware that I have us all in the jackpot because I felt the feds were putting me down. I don't mind a little pressure, and I don't even mind that you have to take a dressing down for me, but I almost got Joe killed.
Pap, you almost got yourself killed, too. I mean, look, you made a choice, so did Joe. The rest of it's the rules of the game, honey.
You got a dime?
Yeah, I got a dime. What do you want a dime for?
Change the rules of the game.
Who you calling?
Tom Richards.
Why are you calling the papers? Have you got enough publicity lately?
Look, they're after me already. Might as well light a little fire under them, okay? The police desk, please. Yeah, Tom Richards. This is Pepper Anderson. I'm fine. Now, just listen for a minute, and I can give you a story that can break in the morning edition, and it's a beauty. You can be doing both of us a favor. Monday, I'll be testifying at the federal hearing, and I'll have enough names and information I'll have enough names and information to tie up one of the biggest gun-running operations in the country.
Read this.
Well, she's done it. She's pinned the target right on her own. If they get her there, I wouldn't mind that a bit. Not one bit.
We don't know for sure if she's got anything or if she's grandstanding.
The people we're dealing with don't know that either.
If the feds don't have us, she can't, right?
What difference does it make? She's got the junkyard stash. She's messed up the beauty parlor for a meet. Yeah? Hold on. Wait in the other room. Well, go on. What?
You said take her when she's alone. She's never alone.
I can't wait. Take her even if the army's surrounding her.
That'll double your nut with me.
But it's got to be before she talks to that committee again.
Anything you say. It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Leave the money tonight. You know where.
I know where.
After I hang up, you won't hear from me again. Anything else?
You do your job. We'll make a hero out of her.
Check all the neighborhoods and see what you can find. Excuse me a minute. Now, before you say anything, you were right. We found some books that don't match with a hairdresser's income and some very interesting phone bills.
Where do they check out to?
That's what Turner's going to find out. Even takes us a couple of hours.
Does Greb show up on anything?
We'll have to wait on Turner.
Well, check these out against what you got.
Does this make us partners?
I wouldn't press my luck. You don't know when you're well off.
If you have another raid, we want in on it.
Now, look, the reason for all of this is to keep you safe, not make you available.
I have more information I'm working on.
I'd give in, Bishop. She's not going to.
Who took it? The feds or the cops?
Well, the guy who answered the phone at the beauty shop thought it was just the cops, but he wouldn't know the difference.
Morgan or Wardrobe left any of that incriminating stuff in the beauty parlor, they're out. And if our lady friend talks before the committee with any of the stuff in that beauty parlor, their cut will be what they deserve. Nothing. Well, don't stand there like a dummy. Give me a hand. But wait a minute. Buzz my driver's room. We're going to use your car.
Willie, just a second.
Willie, you know the routine. Stay in the hotel, take care of all the phone calls. I'll be in touch with you later. Right. Well, let him hit us now for all the good it's going to do him. Come on.
All right. Move him out.
Waldron's body. The one that killed him wasn't mine.
You're a liar.
It could only have been a pro, Morgan. That's the way they work. You've been around, you know that. Greb's brought in a pro. He was with your brother-in-law. But he gave him the kiss-off, and Sergeant Anderson brought him down with her shot. You help us get Greb's, and we'll get the pro.
We're gonna get Greb's one way or another. You help us. You tell us where we can find him.
I cop out to you, the feds will put me away for life.
What if we get you a deal with the feds?
No, you can't pull that stuff. They don't deal with local cops.
But what if we could?
I deal. want Grebs. We'll deal.
Better leader.
Freeze! Get him out of here. Bring in Morgan. We almost had Grebs in Chicago once. He pulled the same stunt then. He'll check in by phone.
My phone, huh? All right, Willie, get over here. That's our station. Now let's see you deliver.
Get it right, or you lose all the way around.
Hello. Who is this? Morgan? What the hell are you doing there?
The cops took the penthouse. So I called Willie and came up here. We want to know what to do.
Where's Willie?
We went down to get some food. We didn't know how long we were going to be here, and he was hungry.
Yeah, that creep's always hungry.
Yeah, him and his enchiladas. What are we going to do? I just don't want to stay around this town. The cops are right in our tail. Well, couldn't we all just talk it over? Where are you guys?
We're at the junkyard. Just hang there until I find out what the man wants to do.
You stupid.
Well, what is the problem? It was just Morgan.
Just Morgan, huh? How did he know to go to the hotel? It was you I told, not him.
Well, I just wasn't thinking fast enough.
No, you weren't.
12-847, 12-040, request an additional unit at the northeast section of the yard.
12-847, roger. Show me en route, verified, Fifth and Olive.
Hey, drop! Drop the gun. All right, out, Greg. No gun, no gun. Out! Drop. Bishop, take him out that side. Come on. All right, get up. Let's move it, move it. Come on. I got it. All right, spread.
All units. All units.
Go ahead.
Man with a gun.
Staying on top of them, I had to do the same thing.
Move it over. Hey, Lily.
Hi, Bishop.
Fine.
You don't care who you drink with, do you?
Ah,
He's fine.
lady, don't you ever forgive?
As a matter of fact, you know, this old boy here kind of saved your life, didn't he?
Uh-huh. Sure did.
Well, I think you two ought to kiss and make up.
I'll drink to that.
Sorry I suggested that.